But, Joe, I mean, if I'm the Aztec sports program now, from what I'm hearing with this new investment group that wants to bring MLS, if I'm the Aztec football program, I think the number one priority is making sure that one of our main sports properties, one of our main business properties, San Diego Aztec Sports is taking care of here.
Well, think about this right now. I mean, I think, and you're going to have J.D. Wicker on here in a moment, right? My impression is this. You don't have to go out fundraising. You don't have to go find the money person or persons. You don't have to look to the state to help you out. You have a partner. Now, I'm sure there's some details that need to be worked out along the way, but you have a real partner here, and I think that's a big sigh of relief for San Diego State.
Let's go to J.D. Wicker. He is the athletic director, and, boy, I'll say it one more time, that since he's been on the job, his impressions of this sports program have to be what mine were when I first got here. I'm shocked on how great it is, or maybe he already knows a lot of the history, having been here before. But, boy, I'll tell you what, J.D., you joined us now here on the Corky's Hotline. I said this before, and I'll say it one more time. The more and more I'm around the program, and I'm not just talking about football and basketball, baseball, track and field, women on both the men and women's side, it's pretty remarkable on where the program has really morphed into over the last 10 years.
Well, Dan, thank you for having me on this morning. And, yes, very proud of what San Diego State athletics is today. From an athletic standpoint, I think since the 12-13 year, we've won 30-plus conference championships, and it's really a golden age of Aztec athletics from football all the way through the rest of our sports.
Tell me what your impression has been with all the it's been like peaks and valleys, hasn't it been, JD? I mean, between the Chargers then, maybe throwing the stadium into an influx moment, and now we're hearing this MLS group. I mean, give us your thoughts and the program's thoughts over the last 2 weeks on what's transpired here in San Diego.
Well, first, we were sad to see the Chargers go, to see an NFL team go. I mean, it's such an important thing to be able to say, you're an NFL city, but they have chosen to leave. So we're going to move on, and we're excited. We've been in discussions with the MLS folks for some time now, and those discussions are ongoing as we, try to develop a stadium and entire development that works not just for San Diego State, but the city of San Diego, the community, and everyone out there, and the MLS partners.
JD, so you've been working with the MLS guys for the last year?
I have not personally,
but the program has.
We've been in discussions for some time with those guys, and had a nice meeting with Nick Stone and the architects yesterday as we begin the process of, making sure the stadium is something that works really well for soccer, but also works really well for football.
How many conversations did you have with the NFL and the Chargers, may I ask, in the last year?
I don't know that that was more at the that was above our pay grade, I guess I would say. I know that
okay.
there was certainly interest from the mayor to try to bring a group together, and I think that's been well covered out there. And we were certainly we were looking at all options on what was the best way to bring a stadium, a long-term stadium, resolution that would work for San Diego State.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to press you here, JD. I'm just trying to figure out the interest level of the NFL. I mean, obviously, if you're working with the MLS over the program, I should say, has been working with the MLS for over a year. I'm just trying to get the NFL's temperature. I mean, did you guys ever have a sit-down face-to-face with the league?
Again, that's not any conversations that I was involved in. That was more, again, at Dr. Hirschman's level, and he would have to address the conversations that he and the mayor and, whomever had.
J.D. Wicker, the athletic director of San Diego State, here on San Diego Sports Leader, the Mighty 1090. I say the sports program is in a great place right now. Do you think the Mountain West, as a conference, is in a good place right now?
It's like with any conference, you're going to have some peaks and valleys here and there. But we're in the Mountain West Conference right now, and, we're proud to be in the Mountain West Conference, and we're going to continue to try to be the dominant program in the Mountain West Conference. If you're winning championships in the Mountain West Conference, then, you're advancing to NCAA championships and have an opportunity to, play on the national level. You look at what football's done over the last, 7 years now, and, we continue to elevate our program, finished in the top 25 this year. You're going to see us bringing Power 5 schools in consistently in the future in our non-conference schedule. So we're going to have the ability to take that next step. So, the most important thing for us is to concentrate on being successful and doing the things that we need to do to be successful.
JD, I don't want to get ahead of you here, but Tom Homo is a dear friend of mine, and from what I'm understanding, he's trying to work on a home and away with the Aztec football program as one of your out-of-conference, and you're talking about, again, a great rivalry that would absolutely get sparked up again, especially the old WAC teams, you know what I mean, especially that rivalry there. Is that something that you're going to be in favor of if you guys are able to work out all the particulars?
We've had some conversations, certainly, and, if we can get all of the parameters set and it works well with, what we're trying to do from a scheduling standpoint, then we will certainly work on doing something.
Let me ask you about the landscape of college sports itself. Do you like how it's a little bit top-heavy for the brands and not really encompassing on all of the college football or college basketball? What I mean by that is if you're not a major brand and been branded by one of these television networks, you're kind of behind the eight ball. How important is it for the Mountain West to get its television network going and to be able to find more revenue streams?
Obviously revenue is the key thing. That's, one of the important parts of, a new football stadium is, when we shared Qualcomm with the Chargers, we did not have access to a lot of revenue streams that we will with the new stadium. And, also you'll be able to create a great environment, and it's going to be a place that people want to go. And hey, there's a video board that's not 15 years old in the stadium as well. So, as you look at that, that's a key component. The television contract piece is something that's very important. And, I think our contract with the conference contract's up in 4 or 5 years. So that's something that we've already begun discussions on, and how are we going to, leverage ourselves to be in a better position. The digital piece is something that you certainly have to look at more now because, millennials, they like to watch it on their phone or their tablet or wherever they are but then you've also got an older segment that likes to watch it on their TV. So that TV piece is important. And, one thing with, DJ Pumphrey this past year, we got a lot of national coverage, and that definitely made a difference according to Rocky and our coaches from a recruiting standpoint. So I think it's important to figure out a way to get, talked about by Kirk and Lee and all of those guys, and being ranked in the top 25 will get you that. So, we finished in the top 25 for the first time in 30 years. We need to now stay in the top 25.
I'll throw this at you like all my friends threw at me when I first came to San Diego. And, JD, when you get this job as the athletic director, my friends go, boy, it must be pretty tough getting up every morning in San Diego to do sports talk radio. I got to think being the athletic director in San Diego for San Diego State, not a bad gig.
It's been nice. The rain's been a little tough.
I hear you, man. It's like Seattle, JD. It's like Seattle. I get it.
It is. So, but no, it's I'm excited. I came back to a place that I knew fairly well. Not a whole lot of changes from, personnel within the department, within the university. Know a lot of folks in the community already. So it's been awesome. I'm excited, and I'm excited about what's coming down the road.
Absolutely, in the future of Aztec sports, no question. I can't wait to see what happens, and it may start on Monday with this MLS announcement. Thank you so much, JD. We'll be in touch, and I can't wait to do it again.
All right, Dan, I appreciate it very much. Thank y'all.